Studies show that 30% of men end up getting back with their ex, which demonstrates how many men cannot actually get over someone who they have dated in the past. Now, this video isn't meant to be extremely negative. It isn't meaning to be tearing people down if they do get back with someone, but it's more so about how do you actually get over someone. Because me, in the past, I've been heartbroken. I've hated my life. I've hated myself, hated me on a deeper level. And I've been able to get past that and find a better person, which I want for you watching this. You need to acknowledge your feelings. It's okay to acknowledge when you feel sad, when you feel down, if you're missing someone. It's okay. It's 100% okay. As guys, we like to shut it off. We like to put it away and hide it away in a different place. That is one of the things that doesn't truly benefit us. Now, what can benefit us with our feelings? How can we make our feelings benefit us? That is by using it to help us drive forward and get better and improve ourselves. Putting that energy into the gym, putting that energy into your business, into what you want to work towards, into what you want to build. Putting that sad feeling of rejection into taking yourself up to another level and using that anger and frustration to push yourself. A lot of guys do the opposite. They hold themselves back and they dive in the pain, which is easy to do. That's the easy thing to do. And especially when it's on bad terms, that can fuck you up even more. But you're questioning everything. What did you do wrong? Replaying it over and over in your head. But that won't actually serve you. That won't actually benefit you and push you forward. You have to use them emotions to your advantage. Now, how do we actually change these emotions that we're feeling and put them into a nicer light? Start meditating, start journaling about your thoughts. These two things was what helped me a lot. I started meditating on my thoughts, why I feel so bad, meditating and visualizing where I wanted to go, and journaling about my thoughts. I feel like this. Why is that? Because of this insecurity, because of this thing. And when you start journaling and figuring out your thoughts, that's when you can start pushing yourself forward off the back of that. You need to almost come to grips with what's happened and tell yourself that you can do better. You can find better. There's optimism in your life. When you lead from that optimistic mindset, when you're in a negative position, you can actually push yourself forward. But when you look on the negative light, I'm never going to see anyone like that again. I'm never going to experience a person like that again. That's when you hold yourself back and you wallow in that pain. Rejection is a part of life. You're always going to have times where you're rejected, where you're pushed away, where people treat you in a way that you don't like. And it's the reality of this world. But what you can't do is let it hold you back and just tear you down. Because the reality is, if you let that absolutely crush you, let that tear you apart, you're going to prove that person right for leaving you. You're going to prove them right. Because they've left your life because you weren't good enough in their eyes, or they found something better in their eyes, which is why they usually do leave you. You making yourself better and making them regret that is how you change your life from this perspective. The reality is the right decision for them was to find something different, find something better, step away from you. And if you use that to hold you back and to not push you forward, that's how you crush yourself and ruin yourself. And that's also how you let them win. That's also how you let them be right in their mind about you. But when you start improving, trust me, when you start getting better after that, that's when they start regretting it a little bit. Now, I'm not saying go back to them. Of course, do not go back to them because there's better options and it fell apart for a reason. But what I am saying is keeping that mindset that you can achieve better and working towards certain goals that you put in place for the future. That's how you actually get over something like this. That's how you push yourself forward. And a few years down the line, like I've had in my life, I'm in a better position. I've got a better woman in my life. I've got way more money, more confidence. I'm in better shape. And they're in a worse position. And they are not happy in themselves, truly. This is how you have to do it, man. You got to visualize your goals. You got to understand your faults. And you got to push daily on yourself. You got to use that pain to your advantage.